Dire team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick.
Skywrath Mage.
Centaur.
Slug.
Radiant team pick.
Hello everyone and
10
welcome back. It's the
seconds
Dota
remaining.
Pit League. And we got our second game of this best of 2
5
or
seconds
2-game
remaining.
series, however you like to call it, between 4 Anchors and Sea Captain taking on Complexity.
Reserve
It was
time.
game number 1 where Complexity were looking a little shaky. It looked a little promising. The game plan that was set for 4 Anchors looked good. Spectre was going to get good farm, pull it out in the long run, but Complexity slowly found themselves with an upper hand advantage and never let go. They pretty much just kind of took control of 4 Anchors and just took it right to them. And now 4 Anchors quickly realized that Complexity, they're not as bad as a lot of people are thinking here based on these Dota 2 odds. Regardless, bringing you the coverage for this exciting series is myself, Coddle Guy, and joining me remotely, good friend F4L. Now, F4L, Complexity looked pretty good last game. Do you think 4 Anchors might need to try to step it up a notch, or do you think that they had a bit of a cold performance, draft issues?
I think they played pretty well last game. I think they could have played a bit better in the late game. I wasn't very impressed with the Viper's performance that game. I think he didn't have much of an impact on the game, and usually that's a hero where you have a strong early game and then you're sort of the anchor for your team.
Radiant team
But he wasn't
ban.
really able to accomplish much on the Viper. I mean, it was a bit odd that we saw it first picked in general. And then it looks like they're going to go ahead and ban the Viper out first this game. So maybe they just think the hero is
10
really strong
seconds
right now,
remaining.
and so they went ahead and first picked it last game, but go ahead and ban it this
Dire
game.
team ban.
They're going to ban the Viper and the Panda and pick up the Centaur and Slark first. And we've seen Matamba Man on Slark, and he is just a beast on this hero.
Yeah. This hero in general could just be such a beast. He's starting to make more and more of an appearance. If you're just looking to go hot and heavy and kind of snowball, this is your guy.
10
For most
seconds
teams, it looks
remaining.
like is their go-to. If they're doing that instead of your more late game farming
5
like Spectre
seconds
or
remaining.
Naga or Terrorblade or Morphling or blah, 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 any of that stuff. This guy can kind of get the ball rolling. He can
Reserve
find sweet
time.
pickoffs. He'll get him an early high mobility pickup like a Blink Dagger. He'll isolate and be able to take down pesky little weak supports like your Skywrath Mage.
Radiant
I like the
team
Viper
ban.
ban. It would have been pretty troublesome to him. I'm wondering now if Complexity are going to pull out something like a Doom to kind of go back towards the Slark, even though the passive kind of works there, or just some sort of, or maybe a Legion Commander can be approaching known to getting a hold of Slark right away.
Dire
But
team ban.
it looks like they are favorable to get rid of any sort of easy lockdown factor as they ban out the Void.
Yeah, Void definitely would have been a good pickup against the Slark. I mean, did I cast with you or was it Mott? But I'm not really sure. But the 4 Anchors had a Slark
10
against
seconds remaining.
Empire, I believe. Oh,
Wait, I'm
anyways.
sorry, what?
5 seconds
I
remaining.
casted a game with Matamba Man Slark, and they were against a Void, and they had a huge lead in that game.
Reserve time.
And then there was just a couple fights where the Void got the Slark in the Chronosphere, and then they had an AA, and then he connected with a couple AA ults, and the Slark just dies even when he was 6 slot. So definitely probably having some bad memories about that game. Go ahead and ban out the Void, which also synergizes really well with Ember Spirit and Skywrath, so definitely a good ban for them.
Yeah. Yeah. So
We'll probably see like a Tide Hunter, I imagine, for Complexity maybe, or even a Clockwork again, I could see.
or at least ban it out here from
Yeah.
4 Anchors if they want to get rid of another prominent offlaner. Them already holding Centaur and handing over something like Tide, that's still available. I would be surprised if they didn't just ban it right here, and then I would be more surprised if Complexity didn't take advantage of that. I think it's a good way to set things up. And it's either that or they go on the old reliable clockwork again, I guess, for the side of complexity. You could still do a lot here, and in conjunction with Skywrath Mage, certainly isn't too terrible. And being able to catch and lock someone down doesn't hurt either. So it's a favorable initiation. So that's something else that Limp can still use this game.
Yeah.
Dire team
Yep, there's the tide ban.
Yep, the tide ban. So
No
we're probably
surprise.
going to see another clockwork, I think, from complexity, unless they opt for... I know they also like offlane Enigma, so that could also be an option for them. I think Enigma is quite good against Slurk as well. And it synergizes pretty well with Ember Spirit's AoE damage along with Skywrath's damage, so that is also a possibility. I wonder if we'll
10
see...
seconds
Go ahead.
remaining.
We're both wondering here, so I'll wonder first, but I think I
5
can't remember,
seconds
but
remaining.
the last time Complexity had Ember Spirit, I think they actually ended up throwing it to the safe lane,
Reserve
and
time.
it was a Swindlemelon's sniper mid lane game. Or maybe it was a Zeus game. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to think now how much one of those two heroes can kind
Radiant
of work in this
team
kind of
pick.
game. Though going a sniper against a Centaur is pretty sketchy. The Stampede works at closing gaps. Slark's good at closing gaps, so yeah, probably not a sniper whatsoever. But what do you think about Zeus? Do you think it could work out decently? I mean, they don't know quite yet who the mid laner is, so it could be a pick they could nurse, I guess, through this draft.
I think Zeus could be okay. It does do a lot of damage in the
10
AoEs,
seconds
and it
remaining.
also hits Slurk while he's in his Shadow Dance. You can just
5
bolt the ground,
seconds
and it'll go
remaining.
ahead and hit the Slurk. So
See, I feel like we
Zeus...
questioned that before,
Yeah,
and
we
that's
did,
why I
and
feel like
then,
it was
yeah,
this
it
kind of
does
game
work.
when it was a Zeus against a Slark on their side.
I've also seen Complexity run the
Dire
Ember Spirit in the
team
mid
pick.
lane with Moon Meander playing it, and then they just put Swindlemelons in the safe lane.
Ah.
So that is also a possibility, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and grab the puck, which will most likely be Limp's offlaner.
Okay, so not favoring the clockwork of this
Yeah.
game. Still a great lockdown. The coil could still help out
Definitely
with setting
good
up something
against
from Skywrath
Centaur.
Mage. Centaur, yeah. Good. Overall, just very elusive hero. Part of the reason why he's still found his nice home in the offlane, because being
10
able to
seconds remaining.
still be in the mix, get your XP, an occasional CS works, but as long as you're not
5
dying and
seconds
you have a great
remaining.
way of getting on out or at least absorbing a lot of damage, you can fit the part. And Puck's one of the best. I mean, when played in the mid lane as
Reserve
well,
time.
so hard to gank, so hard to grab. If she gets a hold of sweet Yules or good setup, but maybe additional burst, can add a lot to the team. So I like it. Their team is fairly squishy though so far, so they definitely need some meat for their potatoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are definitely
10
squishy right
seconds
now. I mean,
remaining.
if the Centaur has a good time and gets in a really early Blink Dagger, I think he can do a lot of work. And they're going to go ahead and
Radiant
pick up
team
the
pick.
Lion hero with a lot of lockdown and a lot of burst potential coming out from the Finger of Death. And against all these squishy heroes, I think it sort of goes both ways though, because Lion himself is also very squishy going up against
Yeah.
the Skywrath Mage, Puck, and Ember Spirit. So both teams, have a couple squishy heroes with a lot of burst potential. It'll be interesting to see. I think this game more
10
so than the last
seconds
game, I think
remaining.
whoever has an early advantage will definitely
5
have a much
seconds
easier time,
remaining.
because both the Mirana and the Lion can just die so easily to all three of these
Reserve
heroes.
time.
And then the same can be said if 4 anchors get ahead, then this Lion and Mirana can just do a lot of work against the complexity heroes along with the Slark and the Centaur, so I think the early
Alright.
game will be very important this game.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm believing, it's going to be a support Marana there. So them together can work, and they'll look to go pretty aggressive early. Pretty high-paced game, just from looking at 4 Anchors draft. Want to go high-octane action here. Complexity probably going to round out their
10
secondary
seconds
support.
remaining.
Now, seeing that heavy aggression, I wonder if they
5 seconds remaining. Reserve
consider... Oh, okay, that's a life
time.
steal.
Dire team back.
A life
right.
stealer. Wow. This is a hero that we haven't seen much of recently.
There's just too many good things now that counter him so easily, like Faceless Void, continuous Ravages coming out, Viper,
10
that's
seconds
been graciously
remaining.
banned already for him, and just more like farm range kind of heroes.
5
I don't know, it just seems like
seconds
Lifesteal always
remaining.
has a hard time, even though he has like the free BKB. He could just never get in there. But now they
Radiant
actually
team
have a good
banned.
game where he could pull out a lot, and they already have the vehicle set up in Puck. Hell, even Ember could be a nice vehicle for Lifestealer to get into the action. I like it.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good game for Lifestealer. I mean, the Rage is definitely going to be an important
10
tool this game. He
seconds
can actually
remaining.
Rage out of the leash, I believe, as well as,
5
you know,
seconds
just
remaining.
mitigating. They have a lot of magical damage right now on the side of 4 anchors plus Sea Captain until Sark starts building up those damage
Dire
items.
team pick.
All right, so now with the 5th and final grab here, obviously this would give an identity for Mirana as far as what the hell she's going to be doing, but more than likely it looks like it's going to be their mid laner. So now, seeing that it's plausible you're going to be going up against a Ember Spirit, maybe a Puck if they call some sort of crazy audible. Anything standing out to you? Do they
10
need heavy
seconds
burst? Maybe something like a
remaining.
TA to kind of help with the snowball, or
5 seconds remaining.
It's really hard to say what they're going to pick up in the mid lane, and it's going to be a Legion Commander.
Radiant team pick.
I actually have not seen this matchup before, and I wonder, it could also just be a Slark mid against the Ember Spirit.
that's true.
Or a Legion Commander. I think both heroes will do quite well against Ember. Both are very good in melee versus melee matchups. Although I can't say that I've seen either matchup myself.
And
What?
Legion Commander, though, being picked into a Puck,
10 seconds
it's a bit finicky
remaining.
for me. Puck will get a Yules at some point, without a doubt. So that Yules will help
5
out. I want to get a
seconds
natural
remaining.
secondary support. Like, is Vengeful Spirit still available? She is. That could help out a bit.
I
Minus
mean,
armor. Oh,
you
Maiden.
will be able to purge off a lot of these stuns and slows and disables with the Legion Commander heal, so that's always
Yeah.
a benefit.
That's true. So we'll see. I was just thinking as far as if they use it as a heavy initiator, then they'll just be able to quickly get countered back. But Crystal Main's got to be there. So providing a little bit of extra mana to people who desperately need it. Ember can certainly benefit from that. She might even hang around in the mid lane. It's just one of kind of the go-to easy roamers side by side with someone like an Ember Spirit. I've seen them dominate that kind of lane setup even against something like a top-notch brew.
Yeah, it's definitely... We've seen a lot of like this 4-1-4 build on Crystal Maiden, where you just have a bunch of heroes in lanes that want to use constant mana all the
10
time.
seconds remaining.
Skywrath, definitely one of those heroes. Puck, certainly, and Ember Spirit. I mean, all
5
three of these
seconds
heroes
remaining.
benefit immensely from the mana that Crystal Maiden's going to be providing. So, definitely a strong pickup, I think. And I think we've seen kind of a resurgence of Crystal Maiden a bit.
Yeah.
Prepare for battle.
So-
I
Absolutely.
think mostly to the buff where you can kill a large creep with one frostbite.
Yeah, it
And
goes
I
up
think
to like
it's like-
past 1,000 damage or something
Yeah,
now.
it's more than 1,000. Sometimes it's like 2 right clicks or something, and it just dies.
That's crazy. So her farm potential's back where she lacks everything else, like brains or intel or move speed. It's still pretty crippling to her, but with just that buff alone and her being able to kind of be nearby as a local babysitter
Well, she is
slash
a
potential
blonde.
ganker. Yeah, she is a dumb blonde. Right now
Mhm.
sporting her,
Her
very
16
queen-like getup.
intelligence.
She's so fabulous, though. All right. Getting caught up with that, we get underway here. This is the second game of the 2-game series here. Matchup between Complexity and 4 Anchors plus Sea Captain here in the Dota Pit League.
30
Getting a lot closer
seconds
to the back
battle.
end of this playoff, or not playoff phase, sorry, the more round-robin kind of a phase. And then we'll find out of the 2 groups, the first 4 positions will be moving on to a playoff setup. And we're getting closer here as both these teams kind of mixed in the middle. Could certainly use a bit of extra wins to feel more comfortable in getting one of those top 4 spots, or at least going for tiebreakers. So, without further ado, I'll lead off your introductions here. For Complexity mid lane, it's going to be Swindlemelons playing your Ember Spirit. On the top, it's Limp playing the off-lane
The
Puck.
battle begins.
Already up and advanced in the lane. It's going to be Z-Freak playing one of his old tried and trues, the Skywrath Mage. And it's going to leave Mr. Riser, formerly on the Enigma, now going to be playing your Crystal Maiden. That finishes off your core number 1 and the solo safe lane for now, Moon Meander on your Life Sealer.
And on the side of 4ASC, we're going to have Jyrix playing the support roaming Potom, Valix on the mid Legion Commander, Matumba Man on his Slark, Trixie playing the offlane Centaur, and Boogie playing the support Lion. I'm not really sure what he's doing with his illusion. He was... Okay, that was a bit odd. He like tanked the creep wave, so it actually made it push in towards the Puck, which is a little confusing. Maybe a bit of
He
mismicro.
also tried to go with the arrow early on in the mid lane, wasn't going to catch his mark, so Jyrix already looking to be a real pain in the ass to this mid laner, just constantly roaming apart with this Mirana, has plenty of clarities to use, and
Very intelligently, 4ASC go ahead and block off the 2 camps that Crystal Maiden really wants to farm.
oh
It's a really
wow,
smart play by them.
And this one has mud golems. That sucks too.
Oh, but they're gonna get first blood.
Go! Swift grab on the bottom lane. Moon Meander gets a hold of Trixie. They take him down. Was that just a simple setup from the
really
Frostbite?
Sure how that happened because, I mean, Moon Meander has Feast at level 1.
Wow. So a simple Frostbite. Lock Centaur in place. Maybe he was getting a little overcautious. Thought he just kind of had a one-on-one matchup.
I imagine he was trading a lot of hits, and then he just got a little bit overextended.
They don't have vision over here on the side too, so they don't know when Crystal Main's like creeping on in. They only know from what they got. It's not a lot. So it looks like Trixie can have to play a little more safe. Pulls right back to the tower. Meanwhile, top lane, more harassment comes out. Matamo Man and Limp trading here. But Boogie, always there and nearby, his true babysitter, has both stun and hex at the ready. In case Puck does get a little excited, they can go for some sort of burst down play, but she's pretty elusive. But yeah, this mid lane matchup, man. Legion Commander, Ember Spirit, and Arrow, trying to make them fly back. No, it's not going to be there. Jarex has yet to catch the mark on anyone. We'll have to just keep running around and finding the opportunity.
And they do go ahead and get the sentries on the chicken, but they haven't sent them out. They've been there for about a minute now, so kind of surprising. Oh, and they're going to find Trixie in the jungle. Are they going to go for a kill, maybe? I think they can actually kill him.
Yep, they got the freeze there. Now Z-Freak,
well.
concussive shot slow, stacking on top. Arcane bolts coming out of plenty. They got it here, 1 second.
They're not going to get it.
He's not
committing.
Wow,
that was so close.
They pull back, unfortunately. Don't want to risk it for the biscuit. And instead, they'll pull him back to where they once were, but that's enough to force Trixie to dig deep with a lot of regen. Pulls out the salve now. Still has 5 tangos to work with, so he'll head himself right back to the lane.
Sunderland's always being very cautious about where he sends the courier. Sends it the long route so that Potom has no chance of finding a nice courier snipe as he was waiting in the area.
Yeah. Nice. Morana's just always out there. You never know. Where could you be coming from? He probably almost dodged an arrow from that neighborhood as well. So playing extra cautious with it, working out for him. It's Legion Commander's getting the best of everything right now. She's 19-3 CS against Ember's 13-1. So it's Valix who's taking advantage of this mid lane for now. Dishing out the nuke and stepping back anytime Flame Guard comes out. And meanwhile nearby, they scout out Jarex here, Limp pushing forward. Only level 4, can't really get a lot out of it.
It's always really risky when you just pick this Potom with no like dual roam potential. Like a lot of times we'll see, you know, the Potom plus Bane or the Potom plus Shadow Demon. But when you have this solo Potom and you don't really have any setup, sometimes it can be rather difficult to find. I mean, he's still level 1. He's not. He doesn't really have the space. He can't really help zone out the puck because, you know, it's so easy to just...
They have the wards down too. They see him half the time he comes in and he's just wasting time. Unfortunately, he can't find an opportunity to open up.
Oh, maybe they can get
secondary hex. They thought about going for the arrow, but there was no point. Already too far back. Meanwhile, back in mid lane, they continue to trade with Flame Guard up and open. Valk heals himself up and just kind of sits there and keeps contesting. So... relatively quiet here. Moon Meander after his recent pickoff, still bringing a nice CS, 26-8.
Or are they going to get Rezer here? I think so.
Well, the second I look away, god damn it! They managed to quickly take down Crystal Maiden, so nice grab from them. It's
an arrow
4 anchors.
And connected on the CM. Oh, finally
nice
the
grab
roaming Mirana paying off.
Yeah.
Still struggling a bit in experience.
Figured she'd use a smoke for one of these attempts, but...
yeah, that is kind of surprising that the arrow connected when they had vision of him.
Mid lane.
Like pretty quiet early game. Everyone's just farming up. We've got... Valix is actually doing a great job in the mid lane. 32 CS on his Legion Commander.
Yep. Do you think he's just gonna hold together for a Blink Dagger early, even as a mid laner, or do you build differently when you're playing Legion Commander?
I usually see treads a lot, Chris, but I'm not entirely sure. And he does have the duel available now, so they can try to combo the duel into the arrow, possibly. Yep. And it looks like that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, thinking about it, there could have been an opportunity there, except all these creeps potentially could have locked themselves in a bad area. Now Riser creeping back towards, so we got about a 6-minute rune coming up in about 10 seconds. Wants to see what it is. While touching base back with bottom, it's Trixie. Still trying to farm it up. Falling pretty hard behind. He's only 5-0 CS at this point, so he's not getting a lot of his off lane. And now with even only Moon in the
Radiant's
lane, it
middle
still
tower
kind of
is
always
under
poses a
attack.
threat.
Yep. And I think Legion Commander actually does much better when it's in a farming position than in an offlane position, because you guarantee the blink timing. And
Dire's bottom tower
it forces
is under
the enemy to
attack.
play very differently once you have that blink dagger up and available. And it looks like they're gonna... Complexity is gonna try for a smoke rotation maybe onto the bot lane. Yeah, it looks like they're rotating over. Try to kill the centaur before he hits his level 6.
At the same time, they're looking for a possible engagement on top. Arrow
Oh,
does
and they get the
connect
arrow.
on Limp. Yeah, very nice
seconds
arrow. They
left.
quickly pounce on. He is out for good.
Radiant's top tower
And now
is
we'll
under
see if
attack.
4 anchors, what they're going to make of this bottom lane right now. It's just Trixie. Complexity's still weighing it out. And they're not going to get anything out of it, so a better trade for 4 anchors there. Nice catch, leading off with that arrow. They take down Limp.
Trixie very smartly playing very safe. Oh, and they're gonna get the arrow on Swindle. And he's gonna
This
die
time
to
he
the duel.
gets caught out. Jerix lands it. They move in closer. Nice time with the duel. Take full lockdown potential.
Oh, he's not gonna
last
die.
second remnant. He gets away. They can't finish him off. They don't quite have enough burst. Jerix doesn't have enough levels. He doesn't have a level at all in Starstorm, so the extra bit of damage is not going to be there.
He didn't die there. That is really surprising. Maybe... Well, I guess that's the different... I think Caddy had treads. That would have been a very easy kill. But opting for the Blink Dagger first doesn't give you that much right-click power.
Ooh, they're waiting to bait out this rune. It looked like they ping. They see that the puck is there. They got Jerix waiting nearby. Potential arrow. Oh, they got the vision there. They jump on through. Stun. Arrow flies out. Does not catch. It does catch on Z-Freak, however, as they press on out. Nice. Nope, they're going to take down Lion. Now moving forward, low life. It forces this Stampede out to get away from this one. Can Legion Commander bottle up in time and run? Getting nice heal there. She will be able to manage to step out. Oh, they take down the one Lion here. Complexity commit a lot towards this mid lane, except Moon, who's still fighting lots of farm here on the bottom. I think Complexity are still looking pretty sharp in this one. This quiet early game, 2-2, 8 minutes and 30 seconds in.
Matamba Man also just farming up in the top lane. And if you look at the CS, Moon has 10 more CS than Matamba Man at the moment. So he's doing very well in this bottom lane. That's pretty much perfect CS. He's maybe missed a couple here and there.
And he got a kill early on.
Yep.
I think it was even the first blood. So
Yeah, first blood. So
off
he's
to a
doing
nice
really
start.
well for himself. He's gonna have the phase drum at about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Good early foundation here for his lifestealer.
Yep.
And as a nice prominent start, it's going to allow him to really start getting online earlier. 4 anchors know this. They don't like it, so they're going to smoke up. Maybe look for a possible engagement. Stampede still not ready, of course. Lion not level 6, does not have the burst there. Do they have really enough to take down Moon? They're going to go for it. They got the Hex, and now they're going in. They time it with the stun, secondary stun. Double edge, but just taking a whole lot of effort. He can just quickly ult if he needs to, but he mans up and he says, "What were you thinking?" And jump on back. Coil's going to catch now. Jarek's trying to get away after seeing his Centaur comrade fall. Now a duel breaks out. Alex takes on Riser, gets the win on the pesky little Crystal Maiden. Orb flies forward, and Lion's going to go down as well. But on still pursuit here, they want to get the best of this. They also get Valix and take him down.
Dire's bottom
That
tower
cleans
is
out
under
everyone
attack.
here in the bottom lane. The only exception being, of course, Matama Man, who's farming at the top. Complexity get a big fight their way, making it 4 for 1.
That was a lot of
Dire's
commitment
bottom
for the
tower
Nyx,
has
and they don't
fallen.
even pick up the kill. They had the Lion, the Centaur, and the Potom trying to kill the Nyx, and they just weren't able to pick up the kill. And then when you overcommit, use all of your spells like that, that nice TP reaction from Complexity, and they were able to turn it for a 4 for 1. Now,
Radiant's
for
top
ESC
tower
do
is
get the
under
dual win,
attack.
so they sort of get like the little consolidation prize, but not.
I mean, you heard the question in my voice, like, do they really have enough to take him down? You could just see the lack in levels, the lack in burst and damage. They can certainly hold him there for a long time, but when you're throwing pillows, you might like it after a while. So here we go, arrow mid lane. Can he get Ember on the way back? Ooh,
Well, that
little
almost
creep.
connected.
Blocking his way, not going to get that shot. Did anticipate nicely his retreat back, but nice move by Swindlemelons. Quick reactions, able to get him out of any sort of pickle. Meanwhile, top lane, Slark and Puck have a bit of a flirt fest here, but Limp able to just jump back and away from any danger, while bottom lane Moon, even after the tower falls, he's still happy and comfortable hanging around bottom. We'll see how long they want to wait, though. You know, do you think he's going to commit for a long while before he tries to get any sort of
I think he
bombs
wants
happening?
at least his armlet. Well, they probably want the puck blink as well.
Yeah, that's what makes it that much better.
I think if he was going to do a bomb right now, it'd be with the Ember Spirit.
More bombs. Might be a little bit, though. Moon sees that there's movement on the map. They see the Legion Commander rotating from the mid lane because of this ward, and he doubles back, so that gives Legion Commander the information that there is a ward somewhere on the bottom, because as I advance forward, he pulls back. So we'll see if they go for a dewarding session here by the Roche Pit momentarily. Meanwhile, though, it's still Matamaman getting a lot in this top lane. Doesn't have the benefit from those kills and pickoffs and team fight experience, but he's throwing together a reasonable amount of gold. He's got about 2K. Where do you take it from here? Is he going to go for an early Blink Dagger or start building up some stats for himself? Yes.
Oh, sorry, my mic
okay.
got muted somehow. I don't know
Oh,
what
it's all
happened. I was like saying things and I'm like,
I like how he's still
happening?
agreeing even though I didn't hear anything.
Radiant's top
Yes,
tower is under
excellent.
attack.
Anyways, so Slark, what do you got to do at this point? He's farming on up. Is he going to go right for a Blink Dagger and then look to get involved? Or is he like, I got to go late game?
I think you still go blink because it makes you just farm really fast. Yeah, and he's gonna go ahead and quick blink.
Nice.
And it just,
Questions answered.
it helps you, you can run away from people, you can disengage.
Mid lane, it's Vouch who gets a hold of Swindle, but once again, they don't really have the damage, so he ends up getting taken down on the backhand side. They jump on through, nice coil on 2, a leap forward, and Matamaman quickly realizes he has to pull up the Shadow Walk to get away from this one. Boogie not going to be so lucky. Is right-click down from Moon Meander. Complexity come out on top once more. They take down 2 at the exchange of no one. Now they have pressure on the tier 1 tower. And their advantage continues to climb right now. We're already at 3K and rising. This is a fantastic start for a team that benefits both early, mid, and late, it looks like.
Yeah, and it looks like they're gonna pick up their second tower of the game. Matumba was forced to rotate to the mid lane and he wasn't able to get anything out of that. And he picks up his blink, but man, Complexity are just playing really well right
middle
now.
tower is under attack.
And
A lot of pressure
honestly,
here.
I don't know, this Legion Commander just, they can't go on the Ember Spirit once he has his shield up because they lack the damage afterwards. There's no physical damage coming out on the side of 4ASC when they do these dual ganks onto the Ember Spirit. You know, they were trying to use the arrow and maybe even, you know, the Lion Stun and possibly the finger, but that's all magical damage and it's just going to be eaten up by the shields.
Ooh. Jerix is like the hard position 9 in this game. He has really nothing. A pair of shoes and some purple stuff to smoke later is pretty much all he's had. And that smoke I think he's had all game. Almost feels like as it's only 100 gold. He's just the intel right now. He's just
Is he gonna
hiding away in the trees and
he barely doesn't
seeing
get
what the hell's
spotted right
happening. Oh, rotation to bottom here. They're converging towards this area. Knowing that Moon is still in the neighborhood, they might cross paths. He sees LC, quickly blinks back. Now Rage is going to be down here. They pull out a Stampede, they advance on forward, and they get a hold of Crystal Maiden very quickly. Slark takes her down. Now Tomman caught between 2, gets coiled up, or forward plus the silence. Arcane Bolt, he just snaps right through that coil, pounces up to the north, and runs away. Just makes it look like the easiest escape he's ever done in his life.
Yeah, good
Unbelievable.
play by Matumba, man. To not only get to see him kill, but to escape from 4 heroes. But it was
Uh-oh,
like
Trixie
Trixie's
though,
gonna get caught up.
not a regular Houdini, unfortunately. Gets caught up with those shackles and can't make the TP in time, and he is going to be taken down.
Yeah. And Trixie and Limp are about the same gold away from their blink daggers. Although a really aggressive blink by Valix as they try to make a play on Limp. It's not going to happen as he just orbs himself out and jaunts away.
Yep, I don't think they really wanted it. They're running back now. Still a lot of complexity here in the neighborhood. Arrow flies. Ooh, nice catch on Riser.
Ryzer's
Not looking
just
to
been eating
pursue,
arrows
just
all game.
throwing out there. Eat my scout arrow, Jarok says as he leaps gloriously back to base.
Yep, that's what he said.
You heard it too, huh? Good.
Yep.
I'm not crazy. All right, looking over the net worth, you can see about 4,500 for Complexity's favor.
Radiant's
Yep,
top
and it looks
tower
like we're going
is
to
under
see the
attack.
first Nyx bomb of the game as he is inside of Swindle Melons at the moment.
Ooh. I'm ready. My body's ready. He's scouting on forward here. It's a purpley color coming off of him. I'm not too sure what that's from, but...
That's the armlet on.
Oh.
You can have the armlet on because you don't take damage while you're inside someone.
Perfect. So, taking advantage of that and allowing Swindle to have a little bit of extra color. Moves through. Hi, Jarex. How you doing? Are they going to pop out for this one? Remnant forward? No, not quite. Coil does catch Trixie rather. Trixie ends up going down. Arrow flies out. Not going to catch it on anyone. Complexity just get a simple pick off with this invested rotation gank. Swindling a lot of damage. They're still hungry to make something happen. He presses forward, but still not the right time. Not the right engagement for him, so...
He's really trying to bait this out right now because he has the nerves inside of him. And he's
Arrow catches on Limp. Doesn't get the base shift off in time. And now we can let Jarex gonna get caught out potentially. Nope, nice save. The Purge will move that slow. Also a step back. Complexity still adding focus towards his tier 2 tower. Should be able to bring it down with relative ease, but no. Late game rotation. Arrow flies. Ooh, close to the Meander. Gets caught up from the blink from Batamaman. Takes down Moon. And they also quickly burst down Legion Commander with a very, very nice setup with that Mystic Flare. Looks like Riser pulls out the ultimate, the Boogie. In the meantime, caught out. Does get the finger off in the last second, but it's Swindle Melons who comes out on top with a fantastic triple kill to clean up the remaining Slark Lion. And
so
after the Legion Commander,
and he buys back, and they get 3 kills and a tower. I'm sure Complexity are perfectly fine with that. They didn't probably even need to buy back on the next, but he just did it just in case the fight went long and they wanted to secure the tower kill. And they're gonna clean up this entire ancient set.
Yummy stack here for my tummy. We need to just clean this up, no problem.
Who was even gonna clear this sack on the side of 4ASC?
The team,
it's almost
I guess?
like it was for...
a team stack.
For Complexity.
Well, they're happy about it.
I don't know. I mean, sure, they could have done it with the team, and maybe... Oh, Legion Commander can clear Ancient Stacks, that's right. Okay. My bad. I just am not used to seeing this hero or playing it, so forgot that the hero can
still
do
something
Ancients.
we're all getting pretty much used to. I mean, she still only holds her Blink Dagger, goes on forward. Really a chains catch, but they have to pull back once you see Batamaman who jumps on in. Moonmeander very, very low now. Armlet toggles himself away from danger with the help of those drums. And now, 4 Anchors just plant themselves in the mid lane. How long was he in there?
He was really low. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Was he in there the whole time since the last fight? No, he came out into the Ancients.
No, I'm confused because when you're inside someone, you have 9.1 health regen. Oh well. I'm not even going to try to figure out what happened there.
Well,
and Blink Dagger picked up on Limp. That's a huge pickup for Complexity. Now they're going to have the initiation potential from the puck, as well as I would say the superior Naix bomb.
Oh yes.
In the puck.
This is like a Cadillac now.
Yeah.
We were dealing with like a Mazda before, but we have a Cadillac of vehicles in this puck, especially with the Blink Daggers. So look for Moon to try to get heavy initiation favor. Ooh, that arrow.
Yeah. And Swindle has his Battle Fury, probably going to be working on a crit next, I imagine, unless he wants to opt for... I know we've seen a lot of different Ember builds. Sometimes people go Scotty.
Yeah.
Sometimes even Lincoln Sphere. Sometimes the double Battle Fury. I mean, there's a lot of options on how you want to play Ember Spirit.
Look at them smoking, though. Nearby, Moon Meander leading the front. There's Limp. They're going to get vision. They might blink and try to quickly get a hold. They have the vision, though. Is there, but it's too late. Nova, and he's already gone. So, they don't commit a lot of big ultimates, but they do scare Jarex out of
and 4AC are going to get the tower trade in the mid lane, unless there's no global available, so Complexity can't defend this.
They thought they were to TP, they're going to scout it out. No one's going to be there. It was Moon nearby waiting in this mid lane. It ends up being a tier 1 for tier 1. 4 Anchors just take what they can on the way back. Still relatively even there, as it looks like 4 Anchors are not going to wait any longer. They're going to go right for another tower, this bottom tier 1 now. Pretty low as it is. And checking over here with Complexity side. They do have TPs. You already see one to the back tower, another one coming in from behind here. Swindle looking impossible to make an engagement, goes on forward, gets a hold of balance, but it's not going to catch, unfortunately. Stampede, jump back, hook stomp, Swindle Melons gets locked in place, immediately bursted down, the dual victory comes in, but she quickly falls thereafter as the rest of the company move on through. Jarex can go down, Riser even putting a cherry on top with a nice little triple kill. Compliments of that freezing field now, Batamaman, oh my goodness.
Oh, but Boogie goes ahead and gets the last hit on to Z3.
Oh.
I'm surprised that the Legion Commander even won that duel. They both died at, like, extremely fast once he used the duel. A lot of nukes flying through.
It was a lot to even lead off the charge there from 4 anchors just to get Swindle. So they had committed so many disables at that point that when Complexity swooped on through, there wasn't a lot left.
Good fight from Complexity. This game is going to be a game of skirmishes as both teams. No one really has any
Radiant's bottom
long
tower has
team
been
fight
denied.
ultimates. So we're going to see a lot of small engagements and frequent engagements, I would imagine.
Well, I like
Because
that.
no one's really waiting for these long cooldown ultimates like we saw last game.
Yeah, we're not going to see, I would imagine, any sort of sneaky solo Roach tactics without it coming on the back end of a nice little pickoff play. So more pickoff plays, more smokes probably coming up.
Trixie had his blink in the last fight, but he had just picked that up. Though he's having a really rough time this game.
Yeah.
Picking his blink dagger up at about 18-19 minutes. The Lion almost even has his blink, so Lion's actually doing really well for himself this game. He's got his Tranquil Boots, his stick, and he's got almost 2,000 golds.
This blink would certainly help
Radiant's
quite a
top
lot.
tower is under
Great
attack.
initiation, great pickoff
Radiant
potential.
So
structures
they will
are
have 4
fortified.
blink daggers once Lion gets his blink, and I mean we've seen this team what they can do with their blink daggers.
Oh, they
Tower
TP
has
in. Matama Man was going for the tower. They pull out the first puck bomb here on top, but Matama Man gonna get it away. He even gets the help of the Stampede, and they can't quite get him. So 4 anchors get the commitment and a coil off in this top lane while they still take the tower.
Matama
Now
Man
Matama
is
crosses
back.
past the limp. Yeah, they jump on, pounce, but she's able to jaunt away from that one. Matama Man really being a nuisance here. Swindle Melons kind of
He's just creating so much space right now.
He is. He's a little bugger.
The whole
Everyone
team is
else
just
thinking
chasing him. And he's farming away in front of 5 heroes. Like, you can't catch me.
This is literally a wild goose chase right here as they now pull out the Moonlight
They're gonna
Shadow
Moonlight
return. Are they going to go on
This
mid?
could be a decent fight,
There's
I
no
think.
coil.
Any detection? Oh, they dropped the sentry ward. This could
Freezing
actually
Field
be
just came
really
up.
terrible if they go on this. Now that the sentry is dropped.
Let's see. Arrow flies
I
in
imagine
actually from
they
behind.
won't do this anymore after the arrow misses. Okay.
Radiant's bottom
So
tower
Valix
is
was
under
farming up
attack.
the bot lane. He does
Dire's
finish his
middle
BKB, so that's
tower
a
is
really
under
big
attack.
item for them. First BKB of the game completed.
Oh, boom. Trixie blown up. Caught out with a very nice freeze, follow up Mystic Flare, and your Centaur is now out of the game. 35 seconds. Unless
Radiant's
he's willing to
top
spend the
tower is
buyback.
under
Nice
attack.
arrow catches Limp. Do they have the
Dire's middle
fallback? Jarek says,
tower
oh, I'll
is
get you with
under
1 arrow at least. And pulls it. But nope. Oh, whoa!
Boogie gets the kill.
Boogie jumps in, commits his
freshly
life.
bought
Tower is
dagger.
under attack.
Puts that
Dire's
nice
middle tower is
new
under
blink
attack.
dagger to use.
Gotta. Puck goes down for
Dire's
his own
middle
life.
tower has
They
fallen.
still lose the tower here, the tier
Radiant's
2 in the
top
mid
tower
lane.
is under attack.
And looks like Complexity will walk back with a nice little victory there.
So Valix does have the first blink, or first BKB of the game. I think that could actually be pretty big in these fights. There's a lot of spells that just don't go through BKB this game. So I think BKBs are going to be a pretty large factor in this game. I think whichever team can... I mean, Nyx sort of has his built-in BKB. Ember's not really going to buy a BKB. Puck. No one on Complexity is actually going to buy a BKB this game, I don't think. But on the side of 4ASC, I think the blink daggers are very good. As well as just
Weiser
getting caught out in his
out of
just gonna
position,
fall.
trying to farm on the enemy side. Nowhere near home. Nowhere near friends.
I
Dominant's
think
got
he
some out and takes
could
him
have
down.
tried to TP out. It would have been really close, but I think it's always good to try.
Pretty much has a Scotty here.
Yeah, he does
He's
have a
farmed
Scotty.
up. Wow. Very
It's
nice.
a completed Scotty. And I mean, we've seen Matama Man on this hero. He's just so good at finding the farm, getting
And he also
kills.
finds people. Jumps on in for Puck, who quickly forces back. Oh, Risa not going to be there. They anticipate her going back, and they blink up and above here. Limp gets the coil on both of them from the woods here, where they can't quite scout him out. Now Swindle swoops in from the south, gets a hold of Trixie, and look who it is to come in and clean it on up. It's Puck, who's caught out. Now Moonlight Shadow on the retreat, but the dust is going to be popped, so they do see him here. And 4 anchors trying to get away from now what is a hairy situation. Oh,
Yeah.
behind. Jarek.
Actually, a really good play by Limp there. Most players would have blinked down and away.
It's not done yet, though. Jarek's, yeah, that's a pretty easy pick off. He just got left behind
Limp
Couldn't really
decides
get out.
in that situation to blink up in a position where he can then coil the enemy and then get some TPs in, and then they can turn the fight. Really smart heads-up play by Limp, securing his team an opportunity to fight as well as getting some kills.
Good quick reaction as well. Nice sidestep avoiding the hoof stomp.
Yeah,
Allows
it
him to
looks
get
like
away.
Riser went for the Blink Dagger and is working towards his BKB as he picks up the Ogre Club and currently has 1500 gold. So he's looking pretty good on that Crystal Maiden. Moon Meander just finishes up his SNY on the Nyx. Probably looking towards that Basher next, I would imagine.
Oh, they're scouting out Matamba Man. He quickly pulls out Shadow Walk and goes away immediately before they even have the opportunity to get anything off. And for a little lad with no BKB, it's a nice reaction.
Yeah,
So
he's just so good and experienced on this hero. I mean, if you watch him play, he just does everything like really well on this hero.
I've been seeing a lot of fantastic Slark play. Him, Dityara that we saw play in the earlier
Dit,
series.
yeah,
He played
really
a
good as well.
ridiculous Slark. And you can really see what they can do in the right hands. And now we have a little bit of a package to deliver here. It's Limp on the puck now with the infested Moon. And they're looking to make a play here. Mid lane, it's Puck going to be farming it on up. Nearby is Valix and Boogie. So they could go on this mid lane.
And it looks
They will.
like
They will. They jump
they're
in.
gonna find
Quickly,
more than
Moon
they
is right
bargained
there,
for.
and now he realizes this is not the duel I wanted. Oh God! And he gets immediately killed. Nice baited play right there. They didn't even
And
know
it looks like Limp
but
is
they
going to
got
go
it.
for the Axe, which I haven't seen yet on Puck. Have you?
I have, but only as a late game luxury item, and at that point, it's depending on what it's in conjunction with, could definitely make it work. If your team obviously has
I
Force
just
Staff,
feel
funky little
like-
blinding
I
light
feel like
would even.
Yule's is kind of just better. Although,
Yeah.
I would say that if you have the Coddle plus the Puck, I can actually see if there's going to be a fight in the
Blinding
top lane
light
between...
even through BKB, they'll step the top lane. They're making it go in. Top of man might be caught out past his reach. Quick moves away though. Dust is going to be right there, and the coil even used by this one. Limp wants to put an end to the slippery Slark and does so. As it looks like Matamba Man's going to hit the deck for 60 seconds. Complexity come up with a nice kill, and I mean, before you know it, it's 23-9 as far as kills go, with a Complexity lead of quickly approaching 10K.
And every time you can kill the Sark, it's so big, because this hero is so elusive, and he sort of banks on the fact that he's almost unkillable. And he can just, you know, make space around the map, farm the entire
Boogie
map.
might need your help here. Now they pull out the stun and the finger. They take down Riser. Very nice, but now it's Boogie who's in troubles. It looks like potentially Limp. Nope, he's going to get away.
Limp's going to have to retreat.
Dyer's
Yeah,
top
they might
tower
even-
is
Bottom
under
is
attack.
still here if he finds the right arrow. Oh, this is going to be an easy setup now. Starfall.
They're not going to kill him.
No, cooldown. Oh, I'll try to time the hook stun. That's not going to be. Oh, they're still going to get. They got him. Man, oh man.
Learned nothing.
The space created though as top lane. They push on in, and they've already taken the tier 2, and maybe they can do a little bit of damage on the high ground.
Dyer's
That was
top
kind of weird
tower
because
is
he does
under
have level
attack.
4 phase shift, so I'm not sure
Dyer's
if his blink.
structures are
Maybe his blink was on
fortified.
cooldown because usually you can just phase shift and then blink away right after. But they do get the kill on the Puck.
Oh,
That's Matamba Man.
Radiant's bottom tower
tries
is
to get
under
a hold
attack.
Swindle.
Moon nearby, TP's away. Not going to catch anyone. Still Swindle's trying to get away. Oh, he's so far. Yeah, good luck with that. They're not going to get him.
Looks like Swindle's gone for the Shadow Fury into Daedalus build.
Yeah, this is your more cookie cutter traditional kind of Emperor Spirit here, where your damage and your cleave are pretty ridiculous, you know?
The hero's like
standard.
pretty silly when he gets these items.
Yeah, the high ceiling is ridiculous. He's one of the candidates that can make strong use of a Divine Rapier even when necessary. Just top-notch kind of quality. That's what you want your Dota heroes, I guess, if you're looking for late game.
And it looks like Boogie and Matamba Man are going to
Valix.
smoke up.
Look at this. I see
Valix
you.
also
I'm
has an
this.
Invis rune. Oh, is he going to get the courier?
Thought about it. Moonlight Shadow going to be popped now. They're
I don't
still
think
on
he
the
saw
hunt. They
the
want to take
courier.
Swindle.
They're going to get Swindle.
How's it going? Here comes the duel. Now Matamba Man got to quickly help burst down the damage. The arrow. Oh! Just there for
Whoa,
vision.
never mind.
As,
For some reason, I thought the arrow was on the side of Complexity and that it just hit in his
I was
Valix,
building
and
it
then-
up just to be like,
and then I
oh, no one.
realized, and then I realized, well, there's actually just no one that arrow can hit. Oops.
And the best part is when you're slow casting, like, oh, that arrow is on their
On
team,
their
and it wouldn't have
team.
done anything. That's cool, though. Arrow does catch Roche. And now it's going to be 4 anchors who just kind of move in with their little bit of an advancement, taking down And Swindle Melons, look who's onto it here. Moon Meander pressing forward, not bothering with the puck vehicle, or maybe now he is. Maybe we should consider it. He's still creeping around here. Arrow to scout, might hit, it will.
Oh,
Catch Limp. Oh man,
When they
there's a
hex up
sheep
Moon
on Moon
Meander.
coming in for Northern Boogie. Look at the Dota man, he's looking to zone back the rest of the team on his own, and he does quickly take down Skywrath Mage. Now, Limp in the backside outside. Valve is the one to go ahead and go on the duel, but this is a duel he cannot win. It looks like Coil's going to be dropped very nicely on 3. He still wins, however, but he does end up falling. Freezing Field, a little bit of extra damage, but it's still 4 anchors. Cleaning house here. After cleaning up Moon Meander as well at the back end of that one, they come out real strong. Yeah. Nice
They
zone
also
play.
get the gem. They get the gem on the side of 4ASC from Complexity. Matumba Man has now finished up his Basher. So 4ASC come out of that fight looking really strong.
Wild series of pings here as we still see a hunt happening. Matumba Man scouting out Limp. Whoa. Nope.
Kind of surprising that he just chased that, considering he has no way to even stop the TP.
Yeah. Well, they go back to a Roche, and they will try to finish what they once started before that brief engagement, but nice catch of an arrow right there.
Complexity are wise to this, and it looks like they're going to try to contest.
Dire's top tower is under
They're doing
attack.
it without Moon, but this time they got Swindle.
No, I don't
Swindle
think
could bring in.
it's going to be
Ready to go down. Arrow's already out. It's not going to catch on anyone, but Top Man flicks forward instead. They get a hold of Swindle, and they burst him down. Limp gets hit with the fingers, also incredibly low here. Phase shifts out the other direction. Plus the orb puts her on the high ground and well away.
Dire's top
They will not be
tower
able to
is
catch
under
up with this little puck if they want. But on the other side, it's still Matama Man on the chase. Trying to get Z-Freak. There's your blink. Pounce will catch him. Mystic Flare, he sidesteps it for
Dire's
now,
top tower
waiting
is
and
under
knows
attack.
it's going to be there. Now Silence, they're still on the chase. This Birdman trying to use all of his move speed to get away. Please, don't. Please, I have a family, a wife. What? Whoa, no! Pounce to the high ground.
Okay, that
For
was
a nice
really
sky
awkward.
cam view of the death, inevitably, but that was awkward.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh man, not there to get the kill, but regardless, goes to the high ground.
The alt-jet flame of your teammates.
Oh, catch there on puck, it looks like. Ultimately, they do get a hold of her, and it's Boogie. Finishes her out. She had been on a long, wild goose chase.
And what was a huge advantage for Complexity, it's just sort of, this game has completely turned its head. I mean, if you look at the gold, it was 10,000 gold, now it's about
Radiant's middle
0.
tower is under attack.
Now, even 4AC has the experience advantage now.
Uh-oh, they want Matama Man blitzing on forward. It's Moon Meander with the help of the slow and Mystic Flare. They take down that Aegis. They don't have enough to go for a second.
Oh, he's just gonna go.
Radiant's
Miss
bottom
Pounce.
tower is
Matama
under
Man has a second
attack.
guess. They turn back on him. Open wounds, but he quickly pulls out the Shadow Walk, steps back again. And there's the Yules here. Jarek's got it, throws it up. Arrow not going to catch the mark, and it looks like the rest of 4 anchors will just kind of pull back. Infest here on Swindle. Looks like Complexity want to make a play here. Going to come in from behind if they can catch anyone out, but it looks like 4 anchors are split amongst the whole map right now with an Invis Lion. Oh, this is nice. Look at Moonlight Shadow as well. They have full intel as far as what the hell's happening. It's Crystal Maiden going up to the high ground. Oh boy. Still on Skywrath Mage. Can Lion do it alone? He's got the finger. Can he do it? She's got 1,000 life. Let's see. Still on the hunt for this one. He is creeping on her real hard. Real damn hard. There's a fight breaking over in the side post. Twiddleman gets caught on the duel. They burst him down. But the top man also very low. Falls to Moon Meander's right clicks. And it looks like they're on the chase. 4 anchors locked down. They lose both their big core. Jarek's next to fall and will go down. Quick 3-man sweep right here for Complexity, but it doesn't stop quite yet. Boogie from behind, able to burst down that Skywrath Mage, but ultimately he will also fall to the big hands of your Life Stealer. Moon Meander cleans that one up, makes it a 4-for-1 trade, and now this game flipped back over another 180 as it's Complexity that now have a big lead in return. We're square even on this net worth, but this is going to start going right back up.
Yeah, and the gem was picked up now by Complexity. It's where you see lose the gem. So they forced a Swindle Melon buyback, so that was pretty big for them. But they end up trading 4 for 2 and a buyback. So I would say a slight win for Complexity as they were able to recover the gem. They did force out the buyback from Ember Spirit though. And honestly, Ember's farm has really diminished. He was farming at like a very high pace, and I don't think he's acquired any gold in the last 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, he got caught out in that mid lane position and then died there, and then also had to buy back and hasn't really given a lot of me time.
And Ags
Just
is
building a
finished
farm.
up by Limp. We'll see if this item has any effect on this game.
Yeah,
or
so
not.
with the recent change, you coil them and it snap the coil, they get seriously stunned. But the problem is getting them to snap that coil. A force staff could have kind of helped, but it doesn't look like anyone on their team really even has one to begin with. You don't have the benefit of that big blinding light. You know, no Beastmaster here. You know, so I'm curious to see how they're going to look to make it work. I mean, unless there's like a mist sleep coming out from Jarex, that's a big stun, or a mist blink. That could come out from anyone else on the team. I mean, I guess it's just more secure as locks them in place.
And it goes through BKB, which is
Yes,
also
a big thing. Dominic gets caught out very nicely. Mystic Flare, and they get a hold of him, and he has no buyback. Just caught on the side, and he can be as slippery as he wants, but they're able to quickly blink up and make the move. Now, it's Boogie who could be potentially caught out here. Mumias is on the chase here. He sees him now. Shackles, yeah, they're going to be step back, tries to avoid the stun, but ultimately Boogie will be the one to crumble here. Desperate Finger, please no! Gets on Skywrath Major, it brings him down to half-life. And Swindle Melons.
Trying to cut the wave so that they don't have any creeps to push with. They only got 3 creeps left. Pretty smart play.
Only with the lane for a little while. They go in, there is still some creeps up. One more
They'll
creep.
just go ahead and tank this, their heroes.
Alright, what kind of plays can we see here? Matama out though for 30 more seconds. The Rack's in jeopardy.
Yeah, no buyback.
He can't buy back, so he's out for good. There's a jump in, hoof stomp, force back to just try to do something, but now Glyph is out. Rack's exposed, still 15 seconds before the real threat of a Slark comes in. This is probably going to be your first big structure takedown. He bursts down the creep wave immediately. He gets much attention as possible. There's your jump in. And your goal, this is the one time to go for a big defense. But that freezing field BKB coming out from Riser makes quick work of 2. Double buyback has to come out. Now a TP.
Well, the Rax
chasing
is
forward.
10 HP.
So low, but Trixie trying to get back on this puck. 4 anchors. Rax still standing.
And Z-Freak knows. Z-Freak's just going to try to kill the Rax.
Get that
Dyer's
fucking
middle
thing.
barracks are under attack.
No, he's not going to get it.
The backdoor protection, sir. Oh, he gets
Dyer's
it.
middle barracks.
My life for the Rex.
Restore her to the nest of
Fuck you.
play with you.
Nice stuff. The sacrifice.
Oh, man.
Well, I guess it was worth.
Yeah, it was
Securing that
definitely
Rex.
worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, the Rex would have regen. It's the really Rex, so definitely worth it. You know, it's just a support for Rex. I'm sure I would take that any day.
Double
Desperate
damage.
mode, it almost feels like here for 4 anchors. They just stroll their
Yeah, they
way
bought
down
back-
past the river. They got
They bought back 2
buybacks
heroes.
out. They smoke up. They're like, we got to get these sons of bitches. We got to take them down right now. They're making us look like fools. We're the favorites from Dota 2 Lounge by like 72%. Now pressure's on them. Just get swept. 0-2. They blink forward. They see Limp though. They can burst down the puck. Fairy Dragon no more. It's now 3 down all day for Complexity. Your Skywrath who did that worthy sacrifice is about to be back up in 5 seconds, but it's between him, Crystal Maiden, and the Lifestealer to try to defend this one out. And the Courier's going to fall.
Radiant's middle tower.
The Radiant
has
Courier.
fallen. Radiant's middle
Interesting.
tower is
And they do
under
pick up a
attack.
gem, it looks like. I think there was a gem on the carrier for some reason. Not exactly sure what happened there.
Caught out on the side, but still though, 4 anchors can't quite get into the base yet. Puck is still out for 40 seconds. Do you think this is their best shot of trying to make a move in, or
Radiant's bottom tower is under
they're going to
attack.
pull all the way back? All the way back towards top lane to defend. Roche has got plenty of time left before it's up. I don't know if they got as much as they ideally would have wanted out of that.
And
Radiant's
honestly, the
bottom
CM's
tower
actually going
has
to do work in
fallen.
these team fights. He's got his BKB completed, level 16 ultimate. I mean, this hero can do so much damage with his ultimate, and they have nothing to cancel it once he blinks in and BKBs. I guess the duel, right? You can duel him, but then you're using
but
a duel on a
like
CM.
that last match, yeah, the duel is what started off the whole
You really need
skirmish.
to duel the Ember Spirit, I
This
think.
will do nicely.
You know, maybe once they get the Abyssal, they can maybe Abyssal the CM and duel the Ember Spirit to prevent the AoE magic damage coming through. But right now, they really don't have a solution to deal with the CM.
That dumb blonde is proving to be a real nuisance. As
She got
she's gotten
smarter.
together. Yeah, she's getting smarter. She's getting smarter. Agnums as well, she's on the way too. Man, oh man, that has huge damage potential. It's a bit RNG, but it could definitely unleash its fury as Moonlight Shot going to be called out. They see it, and they get the coil on him. Snaps it, Agnums in full effect force, and yeah, Boogie just caught out and taken down immediately with proper vision. They just take him apart. Nice grab right there from Complexity. Takes Lion out for about a minute. Does have buyback if necessary, but I don't think there's going to be an advancement quite yet from Complexity based on taking down one support.
Looks like Matamba Man is lurking. Gonna go ahead and clear this top wave.
Oh, Meander catches it with the Abyssal, and now he's running away with his Shadow Walk. Juke and jiving, but can he really get away from this one? Even Stampede has to come out. Pounce, blink. Still on the run here. Meander not letting up. Meander's fast. Fast man right now as he quickly tries to catch up here. Matoma Man, what looked like him to be the pursuer, is now the pursuees. He's trying to get away from this. Still pounces out. Man, Complexity not letting up quite yet. Transition themselves towards this mid lane instead, and we'll clear out the creeps and just kind of go for a push, it looks like.
Yeah, I guess they can secure the melee racks. There's not really much else to take in the mid lane. Probably not even worth it, to be honest. The risk of going high ground versus getting a range rex, not really worth it. But they're gonna transition into killing Roshan, and they do this very fast with the Nags, so should be able to get this Rosh for free.
Yeah, no problem. It's already down to a third life. 4 anchors advancing towards that area. The Hail Mary arrow could come out. But as far as how much is going to get done, looks like nothing. They take the
they're
Rosh
gonna go ahead
quickly.
and put it on Ember. This next
Ember's
fight's gonna be really difficult for 4ASC now that the Ember has the Aegis.
Plus, they don't want to wait. They are smoked up. And they're going right towards where Motambo Man is. Goes into the woods. They blink. The other one's scouting down, but he already went up the other way towards the northwest. Even a Moonlight Shadow to pop out here. Oh, they scout. They have the vision though. Bouncing forward here. Riser. They're on the chase. They see Motambo Man. Uh-oh. Oh, that sleight of fist. A little too much. Coil not going to catch, unfortunately. Slark. Too quick for Complexity, and they end up losing their coil for it. That was a long, long chase. Toman just proving that he is just very, very elusive on this hero.
Yeah. He's just creating so much space right now. In bottom
mid lane though, Boogie, you can't escape like Matamba Man, however, so you get blown the hell up. That's what happens to you. Gets caught out very easily with the 2 support gang of the Freeze set up with a Mystic Flare, and Lion's out again for another minute.
Yep. And it looks like we should see a push from Complexity fairly soon here, since they have the Aegis on the Ember Spirit, and that's how 4ASC have sort of stayed in this game. They've been dueling the Ember Spirit every fight, taking him down during the duel, and then, you know, then it's a 4v5. But that's not going to be an effective strategy in the next team fight, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Legion Commander's built up a lot, you know, fair amount of bonus damage. 110. It's pretty good. She hits pretty hard. So the more duels she can get, the better to help out with a little bit more late game right click, that's for sure. He's farming up the Complexity jungle right now. It's Complexity right in the middle of this map now. Crystal Main will move towards the bottom. Rune is not going to be there. Both of them were already grabbed, and Limp once again will be carrying the Moon package here. Down to scout anything out, but there's nothing nearby. They might continue to head on towards the lane where Jerix is visible here. Pretty far in. Jerix might get caught out. Running forward. The bomb is released, and it blows up Jerix. He can't get away from this. Now Trixie and company, they're going to have to pull out from the jungle and get away from this one. There's your MKB, now complete on your Ember Spirit. Very nice grab for them, but there is going to be a skirmish broken out here. It's going to be Valix who quickly pulls out the BKB, and since they can't force him out from the coil, there's not going to be a stun.
Yeah. Yep, going for the BKB TP, and it is worthy to note that with the Ags you can't BKB and walk out because you still get stunned when you break the coil. And Swindle Melons is going to go ahead and pick up an MKB on his Ember Spirit to deal with Sark's evasion. And Sark finishes up his Abyssal Blade, though he actually will not have buyback in this next team fight. So if they take out Matamba Man...
He went all in for this, and he's already trying to trade a bit here.
Wow, and
with Moon, but he just used his Abyssal.
Blade.
Yeah. used while pounced, so it doesn't really do anything. So that's an
Dyer's
advantage
middle
for
barracks are under
Battalion Man
attack.
right here, who still has the pistol at the ready. Scavenging out the front, clears out the creeps quickly.
Shadowlands no longer available for Battalion.
Now he has to hold
Dyer's
back
top
2-3
tower
drops.
is falling.
Rax is now exposed.
This is just such a hard defense for 4AC.
Certainly
really
is,
just
and
need
even
a
taking a fight
perfect
outside the base isn't a
initiation.
great idea.
Yeah.
See what the call is going to be here. Oh, jump back. They do avoid the silence right there. Just baiting out abilities. It's not going to come down to the first Blinken duel. Arrow does catch. They're going to follow it up. Nope, not yet. It's just going to go ahead and let him go. Pressing forward. Moon Meander pops out. They got a coil on 2. Force snaps that coil. Jarek's falls. Valak still locked in place from that long stun. And now is able to go into the base. Woo, almost catches him there with the slide of fist, but not gonna. Let's see, going back on the way out. Battalion Man pounces, catches a hold of Swindle, but they're getting sidestep. Moon Meander abysses and quickly takes down the Centaur. Swindle Mill might be in trouble here. Battalion Man still taking to him with that Shadow Walk, and now
Also has the
goes
Aegis.
towards Moon Meander, but yeah, Aegis is going to come back. The Limp is still right there. Ready to dish out the damage. Battalion Man will end up dropping. And it's Valix cleaning up another triple kill for him. Swindle Mill with the double. There's still a 2v1. Valix, the last one standing, will go down. Buyback comes out from Boogie.
Dyer's
Sees the
top
back
tower
end of his
is
racks
falling.
falling, and now they're going to try to get away. Blink in Hex. Limp still nearby, but he's silenced up. Stun's going to be there. He has Finger. Uses it on Swindle. He's just doing everything he can to bring him low for Valix to come on through and try to clean up. But an ultra kill for Swindle. Is he going to get kited here? They're dancing with him on both sides. Limp now might be in trouble. Oh, gets slashed down and drops the gem. Dangerous game. Valix ends up coming out, but that's like what? 6 for 4 at the end of that one? And Rax is down.
Let's see. I don't know. The fight recap doesn't actually show.
No, it's like a hodgepodge of different fights put together, unfortunately, but yeah, I mean,
6 for 4 sounds right. Yeah, they
Did
had
Legion
one,
Commander buyback
one
as well?
buyback. Yeah, Legion Commander bought back.
so Legion bought
So,
back,
Did
Lion bought back.
Lion bought back. So 7 for 4.
Yeah,
And they
wow.
get the Rex. And I think this game might be over, to be honest, because it's too hard for Slark to be a solo core. I mean, he's not really a solo core. I suppose there's also the Legion Commander, but it's just they're having a really tough time dealing with all of these heroes. And I mean, the CM's actually quite a problem because they only have a BKB on the Legion Commander. He just
Fancy
looks in BKBs.
Oh, they're gonna
and
make it
Aegis
work.
assaults.
Sorry, they get a hold of Z-Freak and they take him down immediately. Nice little setup right there, and a 360 twirl from Jarex. Throws him up with the Yules, jump back leap, arrow setup, and allows
Let's
quick
get
time
him
for LC to
the
get
18
over.
damage. So
He's hit pretty hard. 146 bonus
just think it's
damage on
not enough.
Valix. Woo, it's pretty good. Is it going to be enough, though? They're down to
Lot of
one set of
damage.
racks.
An AC almost completed on Moon Meander. They can actually just wait for the next Roshan and
Yeah.
just let the creeps constantly pressure mid and top. And then get the Aegis and Cheese, and it's probably going to be indefensible for 4AC.
All right, we'll see here as 4 anchors still scouting out the area, trying to hold the ground so that the Roche could be at their ready instead, but Complexity still have a lot to work with. And their cores continue to farm up that much more. Moon Meander just invested, so he does not have a buyback at the ready, as it looks like a Moonlight Shadow is going to be used here, but they probably scouted it out as Jarex did the Starstorm on creeps. I think they might have saw him. So Moon not on the front lines for this one. 4 anchors still just kind of hanging out nearby. Bit of an awkward engagement, but this could be the last hurrah for them. So the longer they wait and they get those buybacks back, I guess it's not too terrible, but sooner than later, I imagine Complexity are going to look to make some contention happen, whether that's waiting out for the Roche and then going for the kill or just going straight for the kill.
And it looks like Roshan's going to spawn, well, we don't quite know yet, as the timer is about 10 seconds away from showing us.
Give me
50
my new
seconds.
time.
There we go.
Oh, a nice little tiny one. Thank you.
Excellent.
Nice frog.
Yeah, I imagine that's just what they're waiting for right now to end the game.
Jarek's lingering nearby on the bottom, scouting things out a bit. It's Complexity moving as a unit here through the jungle. Limp is already infested up with the moon bomb. But they're just going to continue to just kind of patrol.
And Riser finishes his acronyms on this Crystal Maiden. So this ult is just going to do so much damage now.
Being out bottom like they want to go on Jarek's here. Can they get a hold of him? Or Bao is going to give him vision. Oh, they think, hi, Jarek's. Oh, self-fuels. Can he get away? No, he cannot. Yeah, manhandled. Abyssal Blade comes out. Jarek's will go down. It is just your support Mirana, who's out for about a minute. But that might be enough leverage here to see if Complexity won't either go. Well, it looks like they are going to scout out Roche. Roche will be up and at the ready, and they'll probably just look to go for it. Now, the rest of the 4 anchors, though, pushing in from the north here. Valix will be able to take this
Radiant's
tier 2.
top tower is
Do
under
they press on
attack.
in and go right for high ground?
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Looks like they're going to go for Roshan. The safer play. Yeah, for ESC we're worried about bottom being pressured so they don't commit to the split push.
And Forcy, though, want to make a go.
They are
In this
gonna get
base. In the meantime, though, Lim gets caught out and taken down. But are they going to make it out safely? That's a different question. The Roche is completed. Trixie TP is right in the middle and will make it away. And along with Boogie, they get a pick off there. But meanwhile, on the opposite side of the world, you see Riser caught out with the pounds. But look who quickly comes in. It's Swindlemelon with Moon Gander in hand. Now Matama Man gets quickly blown up. Even the cherry on top coming out from Crystal Maiden with that ultimate.
Well, he does have buyback this Stimulus, so that will be available for him this time.
And it will be.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason Complexity would not press towards high ground and bait it out. This is the last set of racks here, the last hurrah. 4 anchors. Team about in the middle here for as far as standings. Already lost game number 1
Dire's bottom tower
to
is under
Complexity.
attack.
Looking at a 0-2 sweep from them.
I broke out.
And for Complexity, team who's moved together into LA, working in this boot camp, taking the game that much more seriously, have been showing
really
a lot
strong,
of
yeah.
impressive play. Why are they paying so much, for God's sakes? Give me a headache.
Swindlemelon picks up his Lincoln Sphere to sort of deal with the Duel and Hex coming out of Lion and Legion Commander respectively. I'm just not sure what they're gonna do at this point. What is Nintendo Man? Okay, he's back. Brain lag, says Jerix.
And he's just, he's like, the guy from Breaking Bad with his bell, just doing it with the pings instead. You didn't see Breaking Bad, did you?
I see Breaking Bad.
Oh, you know him, Hector? Is that his name?
Yeah, Hector. Yeah.
Yeah, with the bell. Oh, well.
Oh yeah, the bell.
Yes, the bell.
The bell. What's his name, Hector? I can't
I don't
remember.
know.
I think that was the other guy's name.
It was with an H. Oh, well. Pressing on forward, though. You got Jerix here still watching post on the nearby side in the trees, weighing it about. Trying to scout out to see what's going to be coming. Maybe a surprise arrow set up from behind certainly wouldn't help. Or certainly would help them. But Swindlemelon clears up the creeps like it's nothing. And pretty much it's Complexity's game to give away here. This would have to be a serious overthrow. Greedy kind of a play for them to lose this. But Tommen actually almost gets caught out there.
I mean, they have
Shuffled
buyback
down.
on both of their main cores, on Swindlemelons and on Moonyander, as well as the Aegis and Cheese on both of them, so yeah, it's gonna be really hard to defend this.
This is Megas. This is your last hurrah if you are 4 anchors. Limp still holding the moon package here. Oh, look who they found. Oh, it's Jerix. Jerix does manage to TP out, however. A little more spice, a little more space, a little more time created, I suppose, here from your Mirana, but not going to get that surprising arrow, unfortunately. Now has to return back to behind her own lines. There's your new arrow. Going to fly out here. Oh, it's going to... what? That almost looked like I got Z-Freak. He just saw it disappear in front of his face. Oh, not going to get caught out, unfortunately, for Jerix, so... They're playing it so slow-paced right here. Eventually they're going to have to go, though. As the Aegis time does drop. Moonlight Shot going to be popped. This is the moment. They jump on through. Nice arrow catches on Limp. They're trying to burst him down, but Moon pops out. And now the damage comes out. Slide of Fist. Mystic Flare flies, but LC gets bursted down anyways from Moon. And the big ultimate now flies out. Not going to get anyone in the mid-ground, but Matama Man on the step back will end up falling. His buyback is now gone. Buyback comes up from LC. It looks like it's Trixie trying to make the retreat play, but Swindlemelon's not going to let him go so easily. Gets caught out, bursted down, but that unfortunately was just his Aegis. Now looking to bounce on back. It's Boogie who's brought out, taken down. Moon Meander backs him home, and this is going to be it. The white flag going to be raised, the towel thrown in for 4 Acres. Unfortunately, their last racks crumbled to the ground, and now the mega creeps are going to be unleashed.
We should see a GG pretty soon.
Man, oh man.
I'm surprised they're not just calling the GG actually. Oh, I guess I just wanted to claim that. It takes about the same amount of time.
So it looked like a reasonable start. I mean, they got the pounce out, they got a hold of the puck, the arrow was there, but Moon, waiting the whole time, pops out and swindles.
These games were sort of Matumba Man vs. 5, honestly. I mean, not trying to blame the rest of 4ASC, it just seemed like that was their game plan. Like, they wanted to get a lot of farm on Matumba Man, and then he just couldn't bring it in both games. Not enough. So,
well
played by Complexity in both of these games.
Very well played indeed, and a lot of people out there winning a lot of rears and a lot of Arcanas. And for 4AC, they're going to have to try to shake this one off and be able to bounce back, get more wins, secure themselves one of those top 4 spots in the group. So with that said, that rounds out the Dota action today for Dota Pit. What are you laughing about?
It's like in my Dota game, it's telling me that Roshan respawns in 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
Oh. I mean, we can hang around till then, I guess, but it's like, well, yeah, one last thing before you go. 5 more minutes, Roche would have been back. No. But thank you so much, my friend FRL, being my co-caster, joining me by my side for these 2 matches. Also, Trouf joining us earlier. Shoutouts to him. You can catch FRL and show him some love and support on his Twitter at FRLDota. Myself, catch me on my Twitter at CoddleGuy. It's always a pleasure to help everyone here at the High Ground TV. And, of course, big shout out and thanks to Dota Pit and their sponsors, Sennheiser. It's going to be as well as Twitch. I'm actually got to bring up the splash screen here to look over the others. Tesoro and, of course, AMD and Sapphire for everything you've done. Everyone, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your Dota. We'll catch you next time.